Let's wrap up this section on rendering by diving into the supported and unsupported patterns of interleaving server and client components in Next.js. Trust me, this is best understood through examples, so let's jump right into some code. First, create a new route called Interleaving within the app folder. Add a page.tsx file inside it. We will need a few components to demonstrate this, so in the components folder, let's create both server and client components. Let's start with our server component. Create server component 1.tsx. Let's name it server component 1. Export const server component 1, and this is a function that returns an h1 tag server component 1. Let's also include a server-only operation like a file system read in this component. At the top, import fs module, and within the component, invoke fs.readFileSync, passing in a path and UTF-8 as second argument. We are not concerned about the result of this readFile method, so we can skip the assignment. This is our first server component. Duplicate this file, so copy and paste, and name it server component 2. Update the component name as well as the read file argument. So server component 2, server component 2.tsx, and the h1 server component 2. Now for our client component, within the same components folder, create client-component-1.tsx and name it client component 1. Export const client component 1, and this is equal to a function that returns an h1 tag client component 1. Here, include a client-only operation like a useState call. So add the useClient directive at the top, import useState from React, and invoke it within the component. Const name, set name is equal to useState, and the initial value is Batman. Once again, we are not worried about using the state variable or the setter function within our component. This is our first client component. Let's duplicate this file. So copy, paste it, rename this to client component 2.tsx. Update the component name and the JSX. Now let's define a component in interleaving page.tsx file. Export default function interleaving page, and we return an h1 tag interleaving page. Now that we have all our components ready, let's explore the different interleaving patterns. First is server component inside another server component. Now our interleaving route is already a server component, but let's make use of the other components we have just created. So at the top, import server component 1 into page.tsx, invoke it, and then within server component 1, import server component 2 and include it in the JSX. So h1 server component 1 and then server component 2. In the browser, navigate to /interleaving and you should see the route working without any issues. Server component 2 nested inside server component 1, which is nested inside interleaving component. Our first pattern of server component inside another server component works as expected. The second pattern is client component inside another client component. So in page.tsx within interleaving folder, import client component 1 and invoke it. Then nest client component 2 inside client component 1. So import client component 2, wrap h1 with React fragment, and invoke client component 2. Check the browser, and you can see this works perfectly fine as well. Client component 2 nested inside client component 1, nested inside interleaving page. Our second pattern of client component inside client component also works perfectly fine. The third pattern is client component inside a server component. So import server component 1 into page.tsx, and then nest client component 1 inside server component 1. Import client component 1 and invoke client component 1. Check the browser, And you can see this pattern also works without any issues. Client component 2 is currently nested inside client component 1, which is nested inside server component 1, which is nested inside interleaving page component. So the third pattern of client component inside a server component works perfectly. Finally, let's take a look at server component inside a client component. So in interleaving page.tsx, import client component 1. Then nest server component 1 inside client component 1. Import server component 1 and invoke it. When you save the file and check the browser, you will see an error. Module not found, can't resolve fs. Why? Because any component nested inside a client component automatically becomes a client component too. Since client components render after server components, you can't import a server component directly into a client component. Even though server component 1 is defined as a server component, when it is nested inside a client component, it transforms into a client component which is executed client-side. In the client environment, there is no file system module and hence the error. So it is important to remember that importing a server component into a client component is a pattern not supported in Next.js. But don't worry, there is a neat workaround. Instead of nesting the server component, pass it as a prop to the client component. A common approach is using React's children prop to create what is called a slot. So in interleaving page.tsx, pass server component 1 as children props to client component 1. Opening and closing tag and nest server component 1. In client component 1, specify children prop of type react.reactNode, and instead of importing and invoking server component 1, we specify the children prop. Check the browser now, and everything works fine. Client component nested inside server component, which is nested inside client component. This is the recommended pattern for interleaving server and client components in Next.js. And remember, you're not limited to just the children prop. You can use any prop on the client component. That brings us to the end of our second section, which is a deep dive into rendering in Next.js. We've covered everything from CSR and SSR to suspense, RSEs, component types, rendering lifecycles, static and dynamic rendering, streaming, and these composition patterns. You should now have a solid grasp of how rendering works in the Next.js app router. There is plenty more Next.js goodness coming up, so please stay tuned for the next section. Supporting the channel is free. Please like and subscribe, it helps a lot.